How are you doing today?
Very good.
How was your day today? Good? More or less? So if I say awesome, it's like great. My day's been good too. So what are we going, we're going to be practicing the words today, and I want you to repeat after me. So since we are learning about occupations first, those are the first we're going to see in page 2, page 3, 4, and 5. Ready? So if you have a question, please ask me, okay? If you don't know how to pronounce it, si no sabe cómo pronunciarlo, ask and I explain. Cook. What is a cook? Chef. Waiter. Waitress. Busboy. Bartender. Baker. Construction worker. Carpenter. Bricklayer. Electrician. Plumber. Concrete worker. Crew. Crew leader. Machine operator. Recuerde que no es machine, pero ese es el schwa. Machine. ¿Otra vez? Machine operator. Truck driver. Building superintendent. Building manager. Janitor. Handyman. Housekeeper. Gardener. Mechanic. Painter. Locksmith. Parking lot attendant. Taxi driver. Trucker. Machinist. Bus driver. School bus driver. Tractor operator. Forklift operator. Is any of you a forklift operator? No? Okay, so we will have a conversation, okay? Factory worker. Shop clerk. Salesperson. Car dealer. Salesperson. Tailor. Dressmaker. Fashion designer. Aquí vamos a corregir. No es fashion, pero es fashion. Sí, con la E. Florist. Jeweler. En esta palabra se puede tomar el tiempo para decir jeweler. Dígalo. Y la primera letra es con la J, que es J. Acuérdense de pegar las muelas atrás para que salga el sonido de la J. Que no salga la Y, no yo. Pero es jewel. ¿Otra vez? Se oye más fuerte la J. Jeweler. Muy bien. Ahora si es una joyería decimos jewelry. Typist. Notary public. Clerk receptionist. Secretary. Executive secretary. Certified secretary. Telephone operator. Hairdresser. Barber. Porter. Flight attendant. Travel agent.
Travel agent.
Technician.
Technician.
Radio announcer.
Radio announcer.
Okay, from all these jobs that we have in here, all these occupations, you have maybe one of these, right? Have you done maybe one of these jobs? Maybe you have been a cook, or you are a cook, or maybe you've been a chef, or you are a chef right now, a waiter, a waitress, no, because I don't have any girls here right now. I don't think Lisette has been a waitress. I don't think so. She hasn't mentioned it. So how about a construction worker? You guys have been construction workers, right? There are many of you. How about a carpenter? Is any of you a carpenter? Nestor, I didn't know that.
Santos.
Santos? Where is Santos?
Santos.
Oh, he's a carpenter. And how about a baker? Who is a baker in this class? Person. He is the only one who doesn't know that he's a baker. Él es el único que no sabe que he is a baker. Baker es el que hornea, el que hace el pan. So why is it that you don't memorize it? Tú nunca lo memorizas que eres un baker.
Y el nombre la tiene cuando se
So, pues, ¿en qué mundo andas? Okay, maybe some of you have been a bricklayer. You know what is a bricklayer? The one who puts all the blocks together with the cement. An electrician. Is any of you an electrician? You are? Good. Is it good pay?
Good pay.
Really? That's good. That's awesome. Plumber. Is any of you a plumber? No? Any? How about a concrete worker que trabaja con el cemento? Como albañil. You been, right?
Concrete worker.
Okay, and most of you have been part of a crew. ¿Qué dije? Most of you have been han sido parte of a crew.
Nosotros hemos sido
Parte,
de una
sí, una cuadrilla de un grupo.
¿Verdad?
But any of you, have you been a crew leader? Does any of you? Yes? You have been? You were in Guatemala, ¿verdad? No, Honduras. Honduras. Don't get offended.
Don't say his name because someone looking for him.
Oh, it's true. ¿Verdad? So you've been a crew leader. How did you like that job?
You like it?
Was good, was exciting, was boring?
That was very good. That lighting, because I don't work more there.
Right.
Okay.
Do you miss it?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Because
And how about
here work is
hard?
hard.
You work very hard.
Very hard.
And how about the money? Did you get more money in Honduras? Or
More money here.
more money
In
here?
USA.
And more work here?
More work.
So here in the United States, it's like you have to work hard to get the money, to deserve the money that you get.
He cleaned the bathroom and he get more money.
Well, that's a good thing to know, that he must know how to be a good crew leader, right? And how about you guys? Have you been a crew leader before? No?
In the future.
In the future. That's having hope, that's having faith, that's good.
when he speak English.
Okay. How many of you have been a machine operator?
Before,
You?
yeah, before.
Uh,
I was.
in what kind of a machine? I don't know a lot about machines, okay? So maybe the one who, lift, you know, the dirt.
It's called a control robot.
The lawnmower.
Lawnmower. It can be any, but that is amazing that you can do that. But Edgar, did you do that kind of a job in your country?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
So you knew how to. Is that why they gave you this job?
No.
No? But it is interesting, you know? It is good to know all different jobs. I remember you said you are not a slave of any job, right?
Yeah.
So what were we talking the other day, remember, about working or knowing how to do everything, a little bit of everything, so that way you can be a handyman, right? Because being a handyman, you don't have to specialize in something where you have more, I think there's more opportunities. Because it can be in a mansion, in a big building, and they can require for you to do something, you know, electrician, like something that an electrician will do, or a plumber. And if you know little of everything, that will help a lot. So, because when I lived in Connecticut, remember I told you, in the newspaper, there were so many ads about needing handymans. And also, they needed people like me to watch a house only, to go in the house and look that everything is done well. And then I have to have a good taste. Tengo que tener un buen sentido de gusto, vaya. De que me gusta cómo se vea la mesa, la sala. So I could have gotten that job. And that job is called, I don't remember exactly how they call it, but it's just, they put it in the newspaper. And you can go in the big houses. And the people in the house, they are always working. They go to New York City to work, so the house is all by itself. But only the people who clean the place are there. So the person who cleans the bathrooms in the house and the gardener outside, so they will ask for somebody who could do, you know, handle money, go buy the groceries, go to the store and buy the food, and plan some of the foods, and then just make sure that everything was done. Asegurarse que todo estuviera hecho. Pero esos trabajos, yo hubiera querido tener uno así porque se oía como que estaba muy fácil, pero nunca me tocó. Ahora, el siguiente, this is a truck driver. How many of you have been a truck driver? Really?
Yeah.
An 18-wheeler?
No, it's 25 or 28 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And so, but here or your
Yeah,
country?
here,
Where are you from?
Honduras.
Honduras. So you did it here? That's awesome. But did you have to take a special class, you know, driving class?
Yes.
And you have to.
No, I don't have the license driving. No.
That's true. You can't have it. But anyway, they gave you the job.
I need to work though.
That's good. So listen, guys, you can have something like that, but you're not working there anymore?
Yes. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow, that's excellent. It's good to know.
Yeah, I working in movers, moving apartment, moving in the house. I drive in the truck. I mean,
Every day?
yeah, every day. Yeah.
So you might find something like that. But is it hard? Is it a lot of work?
Yes.
Is it a lot of stress?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you have to balance those things. You have to think if you are able, if you want to take that job, and if you can handle that stress. Handle, ¿usted sabe qué significa handle? Que usted puede manejar con ese estrés. Que usted puede aguantar ese estrés que le provoca. Because my husband did drive, some driving in Connecticut. When we moved to Connecticut, the first job he had, it was with Frito-Lay. You know what's Frito-Lay? With all the Fritos and Cheetos and potato chips. So he will go, he was trained first. And he had his driver's license, but he needed a how do you call it, CLC, something like that.
The CDL?
CDL
Yeah.
driver's license. So they trained him for, I think for 3 or 4 days. But he was there all day driving, but he had to park going backwards. And they will put like cones in a zigzag way. So he had to go with the truck backwards like this. You know what is backwards?
Yeah.
Déjeme poner la palabra aquí. Backwards es para atrás. So he had to drive, and the cones were like this, see? And so he had to go like this, going back in the big truck. And so they checked that he knew how to check his mirrors and everything. And then he took the job. And it was very well paid, but it was a lot of stress. A lot of stress. What did I say? ¿Qué fue lo que dije?
Que es bastante, manejar bastante estrés para...
Para manejar un camión de esos. So he did it for a while, and he got good benefits, and it was very good money. And the fun part, la cosa divertida, it was that at the end of the day, he would bring boxes and boxes of Frito-Lay at home, like potato chips, Doritos, Cheetos, because in the stores, they didn't want them anymore because the date, it was due. And then they had to get rid of them. But they were good. We gave them away. So I'm going to invite Miss Tilsia to come up
Already?
here.
Oh my goodness. I think he said at 9. Do you know already? Oh, Elvira is there. Hello, everybody. Oh, conversen como zombies. You sound like zombies, guys.
So we were talking about the occupations and see what they've been doing. And so he told me he's been a driver, a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to ask you, have you had an occupation in your past? Something that is not being a teacher?
Yes.
So listen, guys, she had an occupation before because being a teacher is a profession, right? But she had an occupation, like me too. So what was yours?
Yeah, I worked in a bank in Colombia. I was living in Colombia and I was a teller. Do you know what a teller is? What is a teller? Teller.
The bank teller.
A bank teller. What is it? Willie? Oh, cajero de banco. O cajero de oficina. When you have a person who's like scanning products, receiving money and everything, that is a cashier. Like usually in a restaurant, in a store. But when it's like a cashier in a bank or in an office, it's called a teller. Teller, yeah. And that everybody knows what an ATM machine is. ATM machine. What is an ATM machine? Because I have my own job. I have to do it, I'm sorry. I always ask this. ¿Cómo se llama la máquina que le da dinero? No, se llama husband.
I didn't know that. Now I know.
Now you know, people. Now you know. So ATM significa automated. automated, estarán repitiendo, ¿verdad? Automated teller machine, que en español significa máquina de cajero automático. En inglés se dice como automatizado. Automated teller machine. Acá ya sabe la clave, el cajero de banco se llama teller. So I was the teller for about 3 years. I was very young, you know, while I was going to college, I was like working part-time in a
Did you
bank.
like it?
I did actually, but it was at the time, it was very complicated because people didn't have like respect for lines. So it was a mess, you know, so when people came, they didn't do lines, so it was
You know
like,
what she's talking about, right?
Yeah.
When you come to the bank, you have to be in.
yeah, you have to be courteous, you have to respect the line, so you have to take your turn, but the time it wasn't the idea, so like people would come and it was a total mess, you know, and to my kind of place, and I would be like, I don't know who to help first. So, and the days that were the worst were the paydays. It was critical, and it's a good thing, you know. It's a I don't understand. Like what? ¿Ya? Oh, pero ese era el primero que ya había grabado. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I'm terrible at that. Okay, so what are we doing now?